Our values. Our values are the principle and the behaviors that we're going to practice that's going to help us to reach our mission statement. So I want to make sure that everybody understands what the NetCom values are. We're going to build a customer-driven culture. Customer is our number one priority. Customer is always right. If customer is wrong, we have to go back to rule number one. Customer is always right. So everything must run from customer point of view. What customer want, what customer need is the starting point for this organization. If customer says the service is bad, service is bad. So we want to build a customer-driven culture. We want to build a learning culture. So we have to consistently learn. And once we know that we want to build that learning culture, we can act and make decisions easily. We can make the right people decisions. We can make right strategy decision. Because we already know we have an operating guide that we want to build a learning culture. We want to build a startup culture. In a startup culture, it's not about a 9-to-5 job. It's about a mission that we have. All of us are trying to achieve that mission. We're going to do whatever necessary to reach that mission. One of the culture that we have, we want to build an innovative culture. That's why we are investing on our CMS system. It's a fact. In last 14 years, NetCom invested over $5 million. I have it on the financial statement, over $5 million to build our central management system. We want to build an innovative culture. We already spent a couple of $100,000 on our video project because we want to build an innovative culture. We want to do things differently. And all of this decisions, strategy is driven from our values. Our values help us to make the right decisions. We want to build a change culture. We want to consistently change. I would rather be blamed for too much change and no change at all. We're making changes on some of our strategy. We're making changes on some of the decisions. We're making changes on people to make sure that we can achieve our mission. We want to build a lean culture. We want to build a culture where we want to cut the bureaucracy. And this is why we are doing the decentralization of our team. This is why I don't want too many. Any decision cannot go through multiple layers in order to make those decisions because people watch us. Our employees watch us. Our customers are watching us. And we have to make sure we understand what culture we are trying to build, and we have to practice it and we have to promote it to our customer. Are you guys proud about all these different values that we're trying to practice, even though we're not perfect?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes? I am. What do we really mean by our discipline culture? What do we mean by that? We need to know what we are best at, what we are passionate about, and what drives our economic engine. Even though we haven't have enough profit every single year, but it's a fact that NetCom has grown every single year since its inception, even if it's by $100,000. And we need to be aware of that fact. One of the values that we have, we want to build a growth culture. We don't want to stay where we are. We want to consistently want to strive to increase our revenue. But growth culture doesn't mean only growing the company. Growth culture also means we want to grow as a person, which ties back with our learning culture. We want to build a growth culture. We want to build a lean culture, team culture, performance culture. I don't have time to go into each of them. We are going to be creating video for each of the culture so that you have a crystal clear understanding. But I want to talk about performance culture a little bit. This organization where we want to build a high performing organization in order to beat our competitors. And it's all going to start with us. I'm going to fail as a CEO if I cannot deliver the profit margin, if I cannot deliver the growth, if I cannot deliver the NetCom trust. Ultimately, if NetCom fails, everybody is going to blame me. I don't want to fail. I want to win passionately. And I want to make sure that we have a list of the people. Everybody want to win passionately. So if you know that as a salesperson, the way the winning is defined, did you meet the quota or not? As a marketing person, the way the performance has been defined, whether you generated the right amount of quality lead, if you have right amount of attendees, do we have enough students in the class? Number of students per class. As in the operation team, are we meeting our NPS target? Are we meeting our evaluation target? Are we meeting our cross target? We have to make sure that we all know that as an organization, in order to succeed, we all need to perform on a highest level. The great people want to work with great people. Mediocre people have fun working with mediocre people. We want high performing team. We want to challenge each other so that we all growing as a person. We have to challenge each other and we have to perform. So we want to promote the performance-driven culture. And if we understand that value, we can make the right decisions. We can make right people decisions. We can right product decisions. Because performance-driven culture, which product is performing, focus on that. Performance-driven culture, which team is doing better, promote that. Performance-driven culture, which strategy is working, what's not working, make a decision based on that. So our values, we need to clarify our values, and we have to have key understanding of our values, and we'll be able to, you can also understand what your values are, and we'll be able to align them together to move this organization to next level. We need to be proud of our values, we need to be proud of our culture, and we need to communicate also our values and culture to our customer. Our values will connect with our customer. Our values is going to define who we are, and that authenticity creates strength for the organization, and that must be communicated to our customers. But we cannot communicate our values with authenticity unless we really understand it, we feel it inside, and we see what we mean by it, and we act on it. We cannot communicate our purpose that we talk about, why we exist in the first place. It's even bigger than values. If we don't feel it, if we don't act on it, we can't communicate it. But these are our strengths.